More family fun and frolics tonight at 8 p.m. on the Benny Hill Show. But first, it's our friendly Thamesmen.
Yeah. So, how was your second or first night at the festival?
It rained all night. How about you?
Yeah, I didn't sleep very well because someone fell over on my tent. But apart from that, we're here. We're at Sunbury Music Festival.
Well, I got together with Kathy, but she was speeding. And so I wanted to go to bed at about 4 o'clock, but that bint was up and she was just non-stop talking. So I left and I got into Spud's tent, and that's when it started raining. I tell you what, and I was sleeping in the front bit, and it rained and all the water came in, and it got my toilet paper soaking wet.
I think that might be based on a true story as well.
Let's not go there. Let's just pretend that never happened.
Hi,
Anyway.
I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles, and I'm wishing I was at the Sunbury Music Festival, which is our curated week this week.
Absolutely. Sent in and curated by Sue Borman, and my name is Alex, and I'm at Sunbury.
Sudbury. You did the wrong place, mate.
I'm in the wrong place. There's nothing here. Right?
It's just a golf course.
It's a golf course, and there's a gift shop at Sudbury, and I'm there in my tie dye. I'm just, and I've got 2 tabs, and I'm thinking, what time is Billy Thorpe on?
Well, that was yesterday. So
I
you
know,
missed that one.
exactly.
But
I was a day late anyway.
But who's on today? Who have we got today? What are we going to be doing? So just quick explanation for those who may be jumping in quick. We are the Thamesmen. We are a low budget, high quality. What else are we? Reaction channel.
Reaction channel, that's it.
Sort of.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And we do curated weeks. And this week's curated week is about the Sunbury Music Festival because it's Australia Day in Australia. I'll be having a good one. And this was a festival that was run for 4 years, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And it was the early 70s. It was sometimes called Australia's Woodstock. And we've got some performances that have from that era. And some of the bands that have shaped what we see in Australia Week come through this festival.
Absolutely. It was, as George said, ran for 4 years. It was just outside Melbourne. And Sue, who put the week together, was actually at the festival. So we are vicariously living through Sue. And we are, as George said, we're going to go through the lineup. And it's been curated by Sue and Chris, the curator. So it's been absolutely... the track... I'm still buzzing from the track we saw yesterday.
Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs was unbelievable.
But this is a very difficult band to spell. And I would never have had this band name.
Well, I look forward. I wish to read the notes on this one because the notes are particularly fine. I read ahead on the notes on this one.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
Well, this band is Mississippi, and if you are seriously, my friend, if you're going to have a band, make it easy to spell, right? Just for graffiti, right? The Who,
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mississippi. Who the hell can spell Mississippi? Has it got 1 S? Has it got 2 S's? Has it got 2 P's? Has it got 1 P? Does it begin with an M and end in a P?
I whenever I do it, when I've got living here in America, I go right Mississippi. I just keep typing S's and things until the spell checker goes, "You're okay."
I think it's a joke for people who live in Mississippi. Because no disrespect, but I would have thought the education levels are, so I think it's an inbred joke. Where do you live?
Mississippi.
There. That's why people from Mississippi can't leave.
Louisiana.
Because they can't get back home. You know what I mean? It's just like, they can never get a passport. Okay, town or state you're born in. Fuck it. It's here.
It's like the did you ever see? So it's in America. It's always the short MS or MI or whatever MA. You have always. Did you ever see that comedian who did the stand up about all the state names in Australia in America?
No.
Oh, maybe I don't know. I don't know if we could drop a clip here, but or it's absolutely brilliant. It's like sort of like it was sort of imagining a discussion where they're kind of coming up with the state codes, and so go, okay, well, we'll just use the first two letters, So we go, Alaska, AL, Alabama, shit. And then
Brilliant.
it goes on through all that, and it's just fantastic sketch. It's really good.
Well, when I moved to California, there's we will get onto this. Is our problem. But when I moved to California, George lives in Southern California. I live in Northern California. But to an ignorant English person, I thought California was going to be like Baywatch, right? I pretty much got off the plane with just a couple of budgie smugglers and a T-shirt. Oh no. Northern California, basically, everyone's dressed for a hike.
It's like living in Finland or something
It is
like that.
like living in Finland.
Without the symphonic rock bands.
This is me with a
More
suntan.
hippies.
Yeah. Anyway, Mississippi. MISSISSIPPI.
Oh, you're showing it off now.
I'm
And the
reading it.
song, Kings of the World. So, yeah.
All right.
Shall I read the notes?
Yeah. Well, you butcher the notes up.
I'll butcher the notes.
Aye.
So, formed in 1972 and also known...
72. Just got to, don't say 19, just go 72.
72.
Yeah.
And the performance we're going to see is in 73. So anyway, but and also known as Alison Gross and Drummond. They had a bit of an issue settling on a name, and they consisting of... This is a bit,
I've just read it.
sorry. So immature.
So they had a bit of an issue. The names were
Graham Gobble, Beeb Bertie, and Derek Pellicci.
Graham
Sorry.
Gobble, B. Birchall, and Derek Pinnicci. Jesus
And they call it the
Christ.
band Mississippi. Anyway,
Sure they did.
can't think of anything else. The track, rather uniquely, had a 38 or 36-piece orchestra live at Sunbury, and the song itself reached the top 10.
Wow.
In another 3 years' time, they would add Glenn Shorrock and become the Little River Band. Now, Little River Band is a name that keeps coming up. People say, we've got to check out Little River Band. And I think... please correct me wrong. Did someone say John Farnham was in Little River Band at some point? Or anyway, some other link there. One of the most successful Australian bands of all time. Gobble was also the man that did the arrangement of Help for John Farnham.
That's a bad name.
That's okay. He did the Help for John Farnham. Okay,
Yeah.
we made the musical arrangements for them. Okay,
Which
that's a link.
So let's just get this right, Australia. I've read the comments about Help with John Farman. That
We did
is-
it. We did the video.
We
didn't
did.
We? Yeah, it was amazing.
But let's
yeah.
take a reality check here, right?
Well.
I read in the comments it's better than the Beatles version.
You see,
The Beatles version. The Beatles.
yeah, it's a good version, though. It is a good
It
version.
is a good version.
but I mean, I
without
think
the Beatles,
it wouldn't have existed.
no. It would just
Like
be
that film Yesterday, or whatever that was.
That was a good film.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I think what we said at the time was it stood up in the right of on its own as its own song, if you remember correctly. It was different enough to be, but yeah, the Beatles wrote it.
Yeah.
So-
Anyway,
Anyway.
so they got 36-piece orchestra.
In a muddy field.
Jesus Christ! I bet tuning up would have taken hours.
Well, let's see if they manage.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so
Mississippi.
Kings of the World, Mississippi, in the Sunbury Festival in 1973. So,
And if anyone here is from Mississippi, bad luck. You're not going to come and get me.
Well, they might.
They won't.
In their
They've got to
pickup
be
truck.
able to get in Mississippi.
They'll find you. They'll track
They-
you down. They'll track you down
They
with their
will.
bloodhounds.
They
They'll get you with their...
Don't generalise, but they will. They're going to get me with bloodhounds and run me over in their
Banjos.
pickup trucks. What? Won't we run ahead with a banjo group?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're going to do.
Oh, they're going to get Jed. Jed's got teeth. He knows what he's doing.
He's just... Ding. Look, can we stop?
There goes his last tooth.
Look,
All right, sorry.
we are...
Oh,
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Apologies, Mississippi.
Apologies, yeah. Sorry.
No, please don't come
Anyone
after
from
me with your
Mississippi,
bloodhound.
I'm very sorry.
No, you're
No,
not.
I think that covered it.
Oh, God. Idiots.
Yeah.
Right, that's us we're talking about.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sorry.
okay, let's do it.
Other people from Mississippi. I thought we nearly got out of it. You just called him idiots.
I know. Us, yes.
Oh yeah, it's without saying.
With the idiots.
Yeah, I applied to Mississippi. They wouldn't let me in. It's just like didn't make the grade.
No, I'm not surprised.
No.
Too many teeth? No.
No, they're too smart. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not there.
Okay, right.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Well, no, I'm not going to go anymore. I'm just going to play the song. Let's do the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Kings
God
of the World,
Australia's
Mississippi.
watching. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they went out. They were
No.
all the bloody idiots. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
How does a 36-piece orchestra fit into 3 days of solid rock? Let's go up on the stage of Sunbury 73 and have a look and have a listen.
Ooh,
Not
I like
meeting the
his
complete
outfit.
orchestra, but just the string section backing up a good rock group known as Mississippi. This is Kings of the World.
Everybody knows them, no one is looking for me. Robbers on the highway, beggars in the street. Everyone is lonely, no one is trying to meet. Make way for the kings of the world. Make way for a king. Yes, they still are here. It's only a game. We'll come back again to this time and the kings of the world. Farmers in the wheat field, losers everywhere. Make the world a haven, make it easy to care. Singers in a choir, people in the street, faces filled with music, put there to make it complete. Make way for the kings of the world. Make way for a king. Yes, they still are here. It's only a game. We'll come back again to this time and the kings of the world.
Mississippi and Kings of the World. Just one of the major happenings at Sunbury 73.
Fantastic.
Fucking brilliant.
I like that. That was perfect mid-afternoon festival fodder, wasn't it?
No, there was that really well executed. I love the song. I love the song. Right, it's really kind of wishbone ashy and and all that.
Yeah.
And but then the harmonies were spot on.
Yeah.
Ridiculously spot on. Great voice that guy had.
Yeah, it was, and I think I want to hear it again. I think because it was a lot to it. Even if it was a 3-minute track, even 3 minutes or less, it was still a fantastic piece.
I mean, the orchestra were absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant. It was. I've never heard that song. It was absolutely brilliant, and I can see why they said it was like the Woodstock of Australia. You even got the hippie naked chick swimming,
right.
which they did in the film of Woodstock.
Yeah, exactly. Well, from some of the other footage we've seen, obviously it looked like it was blazingly hot on that section. And then, Sue said it rained for 3 days when she went in, was it 74 or whatever it was? And You know, and I saw some footage of like people sliding in the mud, very much like Woodstock as well. You know, so they had all the elements over the 4 years, I think, by the sounds of it. So
Back to the song. It really, really was a beautiful song.
yeah, it was very interesting and sort of
Great lyrics.
Yeah.
Great voice, great harmonies, great string in there. Just a brilliant song. I've never heard that track before. I'm gonna, I'd like to check it out a lot more. If I could go on Spotify and be able to spell Mississippi, I could look them up.
Exactly. Well, maybe we should start with Little River Band. That's easier, isn't it? You know.
No, I'm going to check that one out. No, that was really well executed. Really, it's just a great song. I loved it.
I wonder if they had like the orchestra for their whole set, or was it just a song or a couple of songs, or had they orchestrated everything? Because that would have been a hell of a performance. If you could have many tracks.
I doubt you're going to ship that many people in on a bus just for one track, for 1 3-minute track.
Well, that's probably true actually as well. So yeah. That was great.
Australia surprises me again and again and again. A lot of this music has been locked. It feels like it's my ignorance. It's me and my friends' ignorance, and do not underestimate our ignorance.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
They
really.
don't.
No.
But I mean, like the track we saw yesterday with Billy Thorpe, and that could rival any Zeppelin and any Purple.
Yeah.
And then you get a track like this, which can rival anything the Wishbone Ash do. Yeah. And any of the great bands from that era, and yet I haven't heard them.
Right. Exactly. They were just sort of, well, it was the best kept secret, wasn't it?
Until we came along
and ruined it.
Absolutely. Now, unfortunately, I don't think Graham heard of stage names.
No, probably not. No.
If you're watching this, Graham, I'm not going to take the piss out of your name because you're an absolute fantastic musician, and I absolutely adored that song, and I'm going to listen to it again and again. That's it. That's it. I'm not because the song was so great.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. And I tell you, the top and tail of the video with the presenter in his safari suit with his big lapels and his stripy shirt was fantastic as well. That was just like it was just set the scene for the era with his huge tape machine, and he pressed the button and it started.
And that was the portable tape machine.
That was exactly
when he pressed that button.
Yeah,
I reckon Melbourne dimmed for a second.
All the lights went off somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you, Australia. All right, join us tomorrow. We're going on to day 3 of the festival, and by then I'm going to really need a shower.
Be talking complete gibberish, not just slight gibberish. Yeah.
I'm planning on doing acid tonight with Dave, and also Chunky Monkey's back in, and also Alison might be around.
Sweet, excellent. All right, well, there's always trouble to be followed, so let's do it.
All right, see you tomorrow.
If we survive the night.
All right, see you tomorrow for day 3 of the festival.
See ya.
Ciao.